Vanakkam. Today we're going to learn how to make a prata. Okay, so what we're going to do is to show you the concept of the prata flip first. Okay, I'm going to use this this to represent the prata, and what happens during the prata flip is the prata is going to go like this, like a coin. Okay, and at the same time it's going to rotate. Every time it's going to rotate this way, and it just rolls around the edges like this. Okay, this is what you're trying to do with your hands. When you start the prata flip, your right hand faces up, your left hand face down, and when you flip, you go around in a circle like this. And you can see how the prata is supposed to go from the left to the right. Right hand will always lead the left, and as the right hand comes down, the left hand will take over, and the left hand will spread the prata out so that it is a nice disc when it lands. So at home, what you can do is you can use a towel. I'm using a square towel. You wet it so that it's got some weight. Right hand up, left hand down. Then you practice. You practice going the circle, and you make sure that every time it lands as a nice square. Then you know that you've got the right motion. So it goes around. Remember, the left hand is very important. So the left hand comes down. If this is the case, then you got to practice more like me. Okay, so it goes around and around and around. Okay, and once you are adept at doing this motion, you can then start to use a real dough. So again, one more time. Right, left hand up, right hand down, goes around and around. You make sure that the arc goes in the arc like this. Okay, now you're all ready. You have your dough. Make sure that you oil your tabletop. The tabletop needs to be well oiled. And then you put one little drop of oil on top. Use the palm of your hands to flatten the dough. Make sure that the edges are flatter than the middle, because the middle is going to be spread out, right? Pick up the dough with your hands, okay, and just go in that motion that I showed you before. Okay, make sure it goes around from the left to the right. So the right hand will go left to the right, and as it comes down, the left hand will guide the prata out this way so that you spread out the edges. Once you get to about this stage, you can then just spread it out nicely. Okay, depending on what you want to make. If you want to make the plain prata, you can spread it out thinner. If you're going to make a filled prata like a murtabak, you can then put all your stuff here and then just fold it and bring it to the pan. So right now I'm going to show you how they make the prata outside. Now, you can see in the store, usually they'll just use some oil and drip over. At home, you can try to minimize the amount of oil by using a brush and brushing on just a very thin layer, so you cover most of the prata surface. And the oil is going to help the prata to remain light and fluffy. Okay, at this stage, you can also use olive oil if you want to be healthier, or you can use butter or ghee if you want to impress your friends with the flavor. Right? Here you fold into a tube like this, right up, and then you just make it into like a snail, or some people refer to it as a turban. The tip here goes underneath into the center, and then just leave it to rest for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So this is the one that I've done about 5-10 minutes ago. Now once it's rested, it's easy to stretch. So all you need to do before you do the frying, you can fry in a non-stick pan and don't use any extra oil. Okay, there you have a very basic prata, all ready for flapping. Very simple, once you know how. So thanks very much, and I wish you all the best with your own homemade prata.